the Dolphins have. I think there's a ceiling on their team with him as the quarterback.
He's not worth what you're paying him.
I was talking to an NFL person, and they said, look, we don't prepare for Tua the way we prepare for Mike McDaniel's play calling, and we prepare for those two receivers.
You know, we talked about pressure on Tua with the contract and the pressure on this offense. I think we would all agree that that pressure is going to be the greatest in the winter, potentially in cold weather, in the playoffs. It's not a narrative because it's true, and the only way to prove otherwise is to win those games.
Although Tua's start in his playoff debut, it doesn't mean the world is over. Besides, he is the best quarterback the Dolphins have had since the legendary Marino. What is the threshold or the sign that fans and the media are looking for to show a quarterback blossoming into a superstar? The Dolphins were handed a 26-7 defeat by the eventual Super Bowl champs Kansas City Chiefs, a loss that underscored their struggle to get past the playoff barrier. This defeat added to an already painful 0-5 streak in their last 5 playoff games, with their last postseason victory dating back to 2000, a dramatic overtime win against the Indianapolis Colts. Can the Dolphins finally break this curse in 2024? It's a question that hangs heavy over the team and its passionate fan base. To avoid a game like that during the 2024 playoffs, Tua Tagovailoa has to lead Miami to an AFC East division title. Tua is an excellent fit to operate McDaniel's offense, and he's got the perfect coach for him and the perfect weapons in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. However, the AFC East remains a formidable battleground, with the Buffalo Bills emerging as a dominant force. Miami has demonstrated they can compete with the Bills, but consistency will be essential. They need to find ways to win close games and seize opportunities when they arise. The pressure on Tua and the Dolphins is very high. The franchise stands at a crossroads where a successful season could catapult them back into the NFL elite, while another disappointing campaign could lead to another offseason of soul searching. The stakes have never been higher. Ever since Tua signed a massive 4-year, $212 million deal, which is the richest in Dolphins history, and making him one of the top 5 highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL, he has received more vitriol than praise. I mean, Miami has started 25 quarterbacks since Marino retired, and none have had the success of Tua. Miami is the only team in the NFL with 3 offensive skill players making at least $70 million in guaranteed money. Since McDaniel's arrival, Tagovailoa has thrown for the 4th most passing yards and 5th most touchdowns in the NFL. Tagovailoa's 102.9 passer rating and 67.4 completion percentage also ranks 2nd and 5th in the league. He became the first Dolphins quarterback to lead the league in passing yards since Marino in 1992, and his total passing yards were the 3rd most in a season in Dolphins history, behind only Marino. Against his own division, he was 135 out of 191 for 1,495 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. In their 6 losses, he was 131 out of 199 for 1,341 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. And he's 1-6 against teams with winning records. His talent is undeniable, but his health is a critical factor. The NFL is a physically demanding league, and quarterbacks face relentless pressure. If Tua can maintain his health and perform at his best, he has the potential to elevate the Dolphins to new heights. The challenge for the team will be to provide him with the necessary support to thrive. The AFC features a gauntlet of talented quarterbacks Miami must get through to reach its first Super Bowl since 1984. The organization believes that Tua, under center, it has enough to exactly do that. Now, Miami is 0-11 all time when playing at temperatures 40 degrees or below. and 0-6 in the postseason since winning his last playoff game. The Dolphins are now gearing up for what they hope will be a triumphant 2024 season, aiming to secure a playoff berth for the third consecutive year. Flashback to last year, Miami was on fire early in the 2023 season, surging to an impressive 9-3 record through Week 13. It seems like the stars was aligning for a breakthrough, but then the wheels came off. A 2-3 finish in their last 5 games caused them to lose their grip on the AFC East title. It was a classic case of a season that promised so much but delivered a dose of harsh reality. The Dolphins are not just building a good team, they're aiming for greatness. With Tua at the helm, they have the potential to become a dominant force in the NFL. Historically, Tua may not go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to play the game, but right now, he is a top 10 quarterback in just his first playoff appearance. Let's tamp down on the hate for now, and let's watch him continue to grow.